myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Ends his final game with a walk-off single.
Here's a drive to left. That one is long gone.
Welcome to a Long Gone podcast. This is me, Michael, and with me as always, S-Man.
What up?
Steve Ford.
How you doing, man?
Am I nuts off? How about you?
Yeah, same. Yeah, we had yet another snow day here in the great state or in great city of Grand Rapids. We got dumped with another, I think, solid 6 or 7 inches overnight. So I think we had 4 snow days last week or 3, and then another one today, and then there's going to be more probably later this week because it's about to be fall your balls off cold coming up here. So
Yeah, man, I've had it pretty rough the last week. I got really sick before the weekend, and then
because I got sick too. Like last week,
I was out, man.
Yeah,
I was out. It was really hard to fucking function, push through it as best as I could. Car goes to shit, obviously, in the winter, so that's fun. It's just a and it's just not letting up, and it's tough too. I got dogs, you got kids. You don't want to put your kids out in this kind of weather when it's blistering cold. You don't want to put dogs out there that long when it's blistering cold. It sucks. There's not much you can do outside.
Yep.
And I work out in my garage, that's another one.
Yeah.
It's below zero in there. It's not insulated. So I got a little chintzy ass heater, and that's tough, man. I mean, had to delay workouts. It's just
stay safe with that too.
Yeah, get out the violin for old Mikey and Steve here. It's been it's a rough fucking winter here, man.
It has been. I think we were complaining for years past. These past couple of years, the winters haven't been that bad, but this one's just been a kick in the crotch bad.
Yeah, it's like an ex-girlfriend that won't go away.
Yeah. I'll let her share those, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And speaking of shitty.
Yeah.
How about this new Hall of Fame class?
You hit the nail on the head here, man.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't either. Andrew Jones, Carlos Beltran to join Jeff Kent.
Yeah.
Sign me up. I'll be tuning in July.
Gross.
Rolls eyes. Yeah.
All right. So, we got to get into it. Okay. Jeff Kent made kind of sense, right? A big second in the 90s. He hit Steve and I have our benchmarks. For our longtime listeners, you will know the 500 home runs, the 3,000 hits, 300 plus wins. 3,000 strikeouts for a pitcher. I mean, we have a lot of benchmarks. 1,500 RBIs. Kent has the 1,500 RBIs, right? He has some accolades. One-time MVP. Okay.
Yep.
The Beltran, the only reason he's kind of in it, right, is because he kind of has, he's been in there long enough, right? The 1,500 RBIs, he eclipsed it, Steve. He was so close to getting 3,000 hits and very close, but he'd have to play, he's played so many years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1,500 RBIs, we'll go. 9-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, 3-time Gold Glove, I'm liking it. I don't like the Andrew Jones one at all, and I was a huge Andrew Jones fan growing up.
Yeah.
And I just don't like it.
Nope.
It's bad.
Nope. I don't either. No. We talked about it before. It's it's not the Hall of Very Good. It's the Hall of Fame. And I don't think Andrew Jones has the accolades to be considered a Hall of Famer. I mean, we're looking at a guy that's a career 254 hitter. So he well below 300. 500 home runs, nope, 434. 1,500 RBIs, nope, 1,289. So this is a guy that he was a fantastic Gold Glove defensive player. Great job, great in the field, 10-time Gold Glove winner. A hell of a career with the Atlanta Braves. Braves Hall of Fame, sign me up. He's definitely in there. Yep, had a great run. Major League Baseball's overall Hall of Fame. No, he doesn't touch any of those benchmarks at all. I don't think. Not even close. So
Yeah, that you and I always agree on that. I mean,
chaps
you
my
always
ass.
every time this comes out, you always say that. You're like, this is the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of very good or really good. It's like, and it's so true. And I mean, Saris, I know he's going to hate us for saying this, but looking at your stats, those are benchmarks, right? I mean, you can't really get too analytical when it comes to talking about Hall of Fame players. Yeah, you could sit there and say, well, he was good with runners on when he was against, against a right-handed pitcher at night. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
You're watering things down so much,
It's true.
right? I mean, I look at an average. It's an average, right? I mean, your best hitters in the game get on base 3 out of 10 times. 10 at bats. That gets you 300 average, and you consistently can do that, and you become one of the greatest hitters ever. And I mean, when you were just talking about Andrew Jones's stats, I was like cringing. Like, not even 2,000 hits. He doesn't even have 400 steals, right? And what makes him, I would say, a good looking Hall of Famer in terms of what we have is the 10-time Gold Glove, right? I mean, that's why he's in, basically. And I just don't like it. I don't. If we're going with Golden Gloves, Steve, then why isn't Ozzie Guillen in there? Why isn't, and I mean, that sure shit makes look like Arenado's going to get in then. It's like, oh, you don't got to do much anymore, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
like,
just be okay at the plate and win some Gold Gloves. That's great. Be great in the field. Yep.
I don't like it, and I know they're doing it
I don't
to
either.
fill out these ceremonies, and it's gross. It's gross for baseball.
Yeah. No, I know it looks bad if you don't quote unquote elect someone every year, but sometimes you shouldn't have to elect somebody because this just you're saturating the Hall of Fame. It's just it's a bad look, and yeah,
it's a bad look. And the thing is, I loved Andrew Jones growing up. The Braves were my second favorite team. I have an Andrew Jones jersey somewhere. And I used to want to mimic the way I'd catch outfield flies, kind of like Willie Mays and Andrew Jones had that S to him. But the older he got, like, I just felt like he was selling out for power more, which is okay.
For sure. Yeah.
But it led to more strikeouts. And I mean, obviously that's why his strikeouts are so high, and that's why his average is so low. And I hate to throw Saris on this isn't against you, but I know you would look at that and say, well, it changed his game, right? So you have to put him in the Hall of Fame. Then why isn't Curtis Granderson in the Hall of Fame? Because he was just like that as a younger player. He was a contact hitter, and then he decided when he went to the Yankees, I'm going to change and become more of a power hitter. And he sold out for power. It's like, okay, well, then throw Granderson in the Hall of Fame then. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me, Steve. It's just, I don't like it. I think it's bad for baseball, and you're really watering it down. And I know they're compensating for not letting PED guys in. That's why they're doing it.
No, that's totally it. You're right on the money. Yep. They're not letting the, the quote, the quote unquote drug, people that cheated the system. So we're just going to let these guys who are really, really good, but not, but technically didn't cheat the system. We'll let them in. And it's worthless. It is, dude.
Worthless,
Absolutely worthless. Yep.
I mean, I don't think we're going to have a true Hall of Famer till Miggy.
Yeah. No, I think you're right on the money. Yep.
Yeah.
Is Beltran going in with like a trash can with him, or that'd be
he might as well, right?
Like on his bus, on this plaque there, they have like a trash can with him, or like the trash can introduces him into the Hall of Fame. Like so Oscar the Grouch is the person introducing him in the trash can.
He never liked his head touched. He was always a very particular guy. I mean, this era of baseball is crazy, dude. I mean, we're gonna look back, and I mean, PEDs really put a lasting effect. And then as we go further, right, some of the greatest hitters in today's game don't hit 300, and it's so analytical driven. So we'll look 10, 20 years from now when we look back at this, and those Hall of Famers are getting, or those players are getting in. You're going to see historically low averages getting into the Hall of Fame, and you're watering down the Hall of Fame, and it's just making it the Hall of what you said, really good.
The Hall of really good. I'm going to make my way to Cooperstown to go see the Hall of Really Good.
Yeah. Does he have a nice personality? Looks like he's in.
Yeah. This is Mr. Congeniality right here. He's a Hall of Famer, all right?
Yeah, we're going back to the 40s and 50s when they were letting in guys that just got to the World Series back in the early 1900s.
You're on the Yankees, you're in. Yep.
You're in.
Cool.
Wait, you're saying you batted behind Babe Ruth in 2 games? You're going in the Hall.
Sign me up. You know what? Put him in Monument Park, too, all right?
He had a lot of friends. Get him in.
A lot of friends. The Veterans Committee. Have you heard of the Veterans Committee?
Have you heard of the Veterans Committee? Phil Rizzuto has. And he loves
Phil Rizzuto. Bill Mazeroski. All right.
Oh, gross. Right. One day we're going to see Bobby Thompson in the Hall of Fame just because.
Gosh.
Insane,
right.
Oh, shit. So taking that
anyway.
into consideration, not a lot of headlines. I mean, we're kind of on the lull before the storm, right? I mean, the Tarek Skubal thing's kind of in the air.
Yeah,
nothing's going on with
to
free
see how
agency.
that plays out.
I mean, you're spanking my ass in free agent predictions, rightfully so. I've been thinking, and I'll just say this live. I mean, this is something that you and I would probably talk about behind scenes, but I'm throwing out like a maybe. Man, I think we should do like a Twitch channel one day. I think it'd be cool as shit.
Dope, right?
Like we play MLB The Show.
Yes, like against each other, or do like
online
against
each other, against other people, just us just ripping on people. I think it'd be a fucking blast.
Just shooting the shit and talking about things.
Yeah.
Or we do our similar one to like how MLB Tonight does their Around the League, where they sit there and watch games and make predictions.
Oh, dude, that's such a great fucking idea.
You should try and do something like that. Yeah,
that is such a good idea, dude. Dude, that is a great idea.
Like put on games and just talk about just like talk about what's going on there. Rip some people a little bit there. It'd be a lot of fun.
What did they used to do on DVDs when they'd have director's commentary?
The audio, the commentary during the movies and stuff. Yeah,
dude, we're doing it. Dude, I'm putting that down.
All right,
I'm putting that down. That is such
in the memory bank.
We pick a game once a month. And we just promote the hell out of it. Hey, if you want to catch us on such and such, Steve and I are going to, and we'll take like random games. We're not going to sit there and be like ESPN who does like, it's only going to be Yankees and Dodgers.
Only Yankees and Dodgers. All right.
That's a great idea.
Fun, yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Interact with the chat. Maybe like pick up some cards or something. Like we have packs of stuff that we like rip during the broadcast and stuff. Be like a whole watch party type thing.
That'd be great. You and I have talked about that before, opening packs on, and that's something we would do because for our listeners and our watchers, I mean, you watch the majority of this, we know, on the Underdog podcast,
right?
YouTube channel, which is great. We love Underdog. Yep. We love everything that they're able to help us with that platform.
Great
but
numbers.
Obviously, we're trying to raise our own YouTube channel as well. So fucking head on over there, everybody.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah. That's a good shameless plug right there.
Yeah, shameless plug. Yeah. So, but with stating that, Steve, before we hit the then and now, we're continuing it on this week with First Baseman. Let's kind of take a break here and go hear a word from our sponsors.
Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned card enthusiast, the Penny Sleever is your one-stop shop for all your card protection needs. They carry everything from classic regular sleeves and versatile top loaders in multiple thicknesses, 35-point, 55-point, 75-point, 100-point, and beyond, to premium magnetic card holders and specially graded card sleeves perfect for PSA and SGC slabs. Need resealable bags, team bags, vintage sleeves, or colored top loaders? They have over 71 products in stock, all priced to help you build and protect your collection without breaking the bank. And now they're offering an exclusive promotion just for you. First-time buyers can get 10% off their entire order with promo code LONGGONE. Just visit thepennysleever.com and use that code at checkout. Don't let your valuable cards go unprotected. Shop the Penny Sleever today and see why collectors trust them with their most prized possessions. The Penny Sleever. Premium protection, penny pinching prices. Yeah, Penny Sleever, man. I'm telling you, this stuff's great. I might be drinking a little bit of my coffee out of the Penny Sleever mug here today. Yeah,
you got yours. It's so snail mail up here in the UP.
Yeah, well, in the fast pace here in the lower peninsula, we get stuff a little bit quicker here. So
Can you hold that up? I want to see that mug a little bit.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's sharp.
And then nice on the other side, it's got like the cases and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God, it has your face. No.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that'd be nice too, right? And then plug in some of the products. They sent a lot of nice products they sell, and they have this really nice PSA. It's a aluminum case that you can put your PSA cards in. So I put that nice Tigers orange right there for my Mark Fidrich autographed rookie card there.
Yeah, they call those slab bumpers that a lot of people like.
Yeah, so you can find those on their website. Really nice. It's got it's all magnetic, so it's not like you don't have to deal with screws or anything. You just pop your card right in there, and then just strong magnets on there, sits together, and then prop it up. And like I said, it's got the nice tiger orange there. I appreciate them sending that great color. But
what made you choose Mark Fidrich to put in there? Why was he the one to go into the penny sleever?
Well, because Mark Fidrich is the man.
Yeah, bird. Yeah.
I think as of my PSA cards, it's probably my favorite one that I have the authentic autograph on there. And I think with the with the anti-glare and stuff on there, it helps. You can really see the signature and everything on there. So just a cool, nice looking card. Case works perfect for it. And I don't have it right here, but the tobacco sleeves, I collect the tobacco cards. I have some tobacco sleeves to put my tobacco cards into. You can get those on their website. So it's really dope. Great to have penny sleevers as a part of the sponsorship here, and check them out. Great products. So like I said in the ad, use promo code long gone and you get 10% off your first order. So check them out.
Yeah, I mean I can't wait to get my stuff in as well. And I bought from them before, and I mean their shipping is really good. Everything gets to you when you want it, and they're really easy to work with. Their deals are pretty good. I mean, I hate getting shit. I hate getting dirty sleeves in the mail. Like I get tons of dirty sleeves all the time, and I know that's not a big deal to some people, but some people it sucks, right?
Yeah,
and
I agree.
The way they're sent, the way a lot of people will put like fucking tape on them when they're sending them out and stuff.
That's so annoying.
It is, because then you get those tape marks on them, and sometimes it can affect the card depending on what you have. Like sometimes they'll tape from the top. You're like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
One thing I like about penny sleeve, they work with like magnetic stuff too, with like nice magnetic holders, and like you were just holding up a bumper holder, bumper slab, and I don't know. I love partnering with them just because it's a product that we totally love. It's a product that we use and will continue to use. I mean, even if they weren't a sponsor, I mean, it's just something that just makes sense.
Yeah. High quality goods, great customer service. I got a nice little handwritten note in there, when you get the products. So very well packaged, well shipped, and just a great product. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're done jerking them off.
There you go. Until next week.
We really Steve and I are pretty passionate about the people we partner with. I mean, like market movers. I mean, the penny sleever. I mean, we only go with brands that we really do enjoy. So it's stuff we love to talk about. But in the meantime, this kind of leads into the Then and Now series. We're back. We're still into the 90s. We're trudging through. This week we choose our top 5 best first basemen of the 1990s. It's tough for me, Steve, man. We don't like the PEDs that happen. It's really tough to talk about them. But they're talented. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, you can't shy away from them.
You can't. You're exactly right. I mean, I can't throw away somebody like hinting at for me, or like we're going to be talking about Barry Bonds in the coming weeks. It's so hard. You can't talk about the greatest outfielders of the 1990s without talking about Barry Bonds, with PEDs, without PEDs. It's just really hard. So, Steve, we're moving on to first baseman. Loving your first pick that I'm looking at my rundown right now.
I figured you would.
This one is a hometown. This is a legend. Yeah. Steve, take us off with your number 5 top first baseman of the 1990s.
My number 5 is basically, it's a shout out to your brother Mark Dault and his love of the Boston Red Sox here, and it's Mo Vaughn. I mean, Mo Vaughn, just when you're playing the his stance there. I don't know if you guys played Bases Loaded in the 90s on NES. There was that big hulky power hitter there with that that great stance over the plate, and that's Mo Vaughn. I mean, it's a guy who had a great stretch there in the 90s where he was MVP in 1995, where he had 39 home runs, 126 RBIs. He did lead the league in, strikeout machine there. Don't get me wrong, very much a strikeout machine, but with power, you're going to get the strikeouts. But even with 150 strikeouts this season, he still had a 300 average. He had consecutive, a lot of times hit over 300 multiple times in the 90s. Just a great, power hitter there on those Boston teams. Then moved on to, the Angels for a couple of years to round out the 90s there, and then finished his career with the Mets. But just prototypical power hitter there. Could definitely hit him over the green monster in his time in Boston. And so, Mo Vaughn, he comes in for me at number 5.
Great pick. I mean, we talk about heroes and legends. This guy's a hero, especially to Boston, who was really hard in the 90s. It was just, they had good teams, shitty teams, and a lot of their guys were like Mo Vaughn, Nomar, some of those guys.
Nomar, yep.
For my number 5, Steve, I went with a PED figure in Mark McGwire.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of people thought, he saved baseball. I mean, in the late 90s, that's what it was looking like. And then obviously as we got to the 2000s, we found out what the scandal was. But Mark McGwire was kind of our type of hero in the 1990s, especially late 90s, where, when he came from Oakland, he went over to St. Louis and he took off. I mean, this was before Albert Pujols and all those guys. And the thing is, he didn't play long with the Cardinals. I mean, he was with the A's longer. He was with the A's like 11 years. Yep. But mostly people remember him for the Cardinals and the home run chase in 98. And I mean, he's on my list alone just because of what he brought for baseball in the 90s, even though a lot of it was fugates. It was a guy that put up some serious power numbers. This is a guy that you would try to pitch around, and he was a really smart hitter. So I'm going to go with Mark McGwire, number 5.
Love it. Number 4, let's go fight some crime, shall we? Hall of Famer here. The crime dog, Fred McGriff, is my number 4 pick right here. He bounced around the league a lot. A lot of people remember him for his time in Atlanta because that's where he won the World Series. But just a very durable player who could hit you ass loads of home runs, can get you 30 plus in a season, led the league in home runs a couple of times there, once in 92 and then once back in the 80s and 89 during his time in San Diego. Never won an MVP, but was always in the running for an MVP, usually top 10, top 5, that sort of thing. Best he finished was top 4 in 1993, but just a very durable, great first baseman. Part of that World Championship Braves team in 95, but just a solid average. Get over 300, knocking the runs. He wasn't overly going to strike out either. So he had the power, but he wasn't like, light the world on fire strikeouts like a Mo Vaughn, who was, getting 180, 150, 160 strikeouts a year. Sometimes have less than 100 strikeouts in a year, and usually in the low 100s for a season. So just a great player. Dope ass nickname with the crime dog. So Fred McGriff, he comes in for me at number 4. And what was the commercial? Who was he part of? The baseball clinic guy?
Tom Mansky.
There it is. Yeah.
You.
Most people remember him for that. Yes. You. Crime dog.
Crime dog. I'm picking up where you left off. Number 4 for me is Fred, the crime dog, McGriff. One thing I liked about him, he was somebody you can look up to as a kid. He was never in headlines for bad reasons. He was always a guy that was consistently good. He actually reminded me of a kind of like a Freddie Freeman, right? I mean, that we know today, just a leader of the club, kind of a quiet guy in a lot of ways. The Tom Mansky videos just picked up steam, which I just don't get it, but it's so funny. And Steve and I talked about the story of McGriff talking about that, him getting on that, because he was just doing a favor for a friend. It just blew up. I mean, looking back, he probably should have had some residuals from that. But
for sure. That thing played for years.
Even then, I'll go on YouTube and check out some old Mansky videos. I mean, does he belong in the Hall of Fame? Yeah, that's tough. I mean, he's another one, right? He's a really good guy. He hit the benchmark of 1,500 home runs. He was 7 away from 500. Shit, I would have signed again I would have been like, listen, give me with any team or whatever. Just
pump out.
I
those
got to
last
get these
ones.
7 home runs. Yeah.
Mhm.
But it just wasn't there. But it didn't mean, it wasn't as much to him as when he won the World Series back in the 90s. So, yeah, McGriff for me coming in at number 4.
All right. Well, number 3, all aboard the Royd train here. It's
Another
Rafael.
pointer. I did not do stare.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Biggest lie that you could ever see in your life right there. I did not.
I did not do stare.
That's Rafael Palmeiro. He comes in for me at number 3. Yeah, you did do steroids.
You did.
You know what? You know what?
So bad.
Pummeled together some fantastic seasons too, though. All right. So you had the power numbers, but not only the home runs. I mean, the guy could smash them. 30. Eclipse 40 sometimes in a particular season. Some of his years in Baltimore, but he could also, get you the extra bases too. I mean, he led the league in doubles in 1991 with 49. So he could pepper it around the field. Always, for the most part, a solid average. Kind of toppled off at the end of his career, but always a guy that'd be flirting 290, 300 range. Didn't win an MVP. Could snag it in the in the field too. Won a few Gold Gloves. Obviously Silver Slugger because of his fantastic hitting. But the roids helped him out though. I would have to say. But still fantastic in the 90s there with Texas and Baltimore. So Mr. Palmeiro, you come in for me at number 3, and a dope mustache too, by the way.
Yeah, he had a great mustache. He was a great player in his time for sure.
Yep.
I went with Jeff Bagwell. It wasn't confirmed he ever did roids. It's hard to say. You kind of question everybody during that time period, but
especially his body is the way it was. Working.
Yeah. I really do think a lot of people try to mimic his stance. He had that low to the ground, wide stance with his legs. And I remember Kevin Youkilis, I think, had kind of a version of that. There was a few players that had a version of Jeff Bagwell's stance, but he was a guy that had sheer pop. It wasn't the arms, really. He kind of had shorter arms. It was more like the legs. I always remembered just the powerful tree trunk legs Jeff Bagwell used to have. And it led to 449 home runs, a 297 average, and a little over 1,500 RBIs, which is a benchmark that got him in for sure. He won MVP as well in his time. And I mean, he had a killer campaign. I mean, God, 94 campaign was amazing. And I mean, he was just, he was good out of the gate too. And he was durable. He was really durable throughout his career. That's one thing I really remembered him, especially for being a first baseman. So Jeff Bagwell for me, Steve, definitely. I mean, I got to put him in. He comes in at my number 3.
I'm going to sing his praises to the tune of number 2. I mean, rookie of the year, his first, year out the gate in 91, like you said, MVP, and in 94. I mean, 94, he had an OPS of over 1,200. I mean, like you said, durable. Was going to play almost every day. I mean, multiple years he played all 162 games, or high 150s, right around 160. And then 94 season, shortened season there, 116 RBIs, 39 home runs. You can get you 40 plus home runs in a season a few times as well. But could draw the walks too. I mean, I'm looking at a guy in 1999 led the league in walks, where he finished runner-up for MVP at 149 walks in that season. So just a powerful hitter. Like you said, I think the description's right on the money. Tree trunks for legs. Just a masher on the diamond there. So Jeff Bagwell comes in for me at number 2.
Great pick indeed. My guy coming in, I'm gonna go with my number 2 is Rafael Palmeiro.
Yeah, good point on that. Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at where his stats took off. You could definitely see when he started roiding. Was probably like 90. I'd say 94. I'd say 94, 95. No, even before that. I'd say. Oh man, I mean, you could say 93. He probably started roiding because the numbers really went.
93. It's roid club.
I mean, he was a 6. Yeah, I got the RBI, kind of an 80. Something RBI guy, and then he just bolted to the hundreds. Then he was hitting 30, 40 home run power from that point forward, starting in 1986. So, Rafael Palmeiro for me. Not much to say that you haven't already said, but just an all-around good hitter. Can hit for average, hit for power. Had a really good eye. I loved his eye at the plate. So Rafael Palmeiro for me at number 2.
Number 1, I think we both agree on this, Mr. Eugenics Total T himself.
Even a worse actor than McGriff.
Even a worse actor. But a fantastic baseball player. Frank Thomas, he comes in for me and I believe for you at number 1. I mean, this guy went back-to-back on MVPs in 93, 94. We talk about, my number 5 with Mo Vaughn about how much that guy struck out. Frank Thomas didn't strike out. Just he could command the plate, work the counts, work the walks multiple times. In the 90s, he led the league in walks. I mean, in one season in 1993, he played 153 games. The guy only struck out 54 times. Multiple seasons of over 300. Not gonna lie, was he ever linked to steroids? He wasn't officially, was he?
Yeah,
because you can just see how his numbers took a huge topple, like right after 2000.
Yeah, I mean, you could say once the Mitchell report and everything else came out, he was like, "No, I'm done." But he came out of the gate swinging pretty a lot,
that's true.
And I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to believe it just because when you look at younger Frank Thomas, he was still a big dude.
He was still
it wasn't
a
like
big
Barry
dude.
Bonds who just changed his whole body chemistry. I mean,
this was a guy who was just big to begin with.
Yeah, he was a big dude, kind of like McGuire. McGuire is big, and it's not like he got bigger and bigger, And another thing I'll say is he had more projectable power than McGuire and some of those guys. And you know what, Steve? He never hit 50 home runs in his career. And he had 15 home run potential.
It was just always consistent through the 90s.
Exactly. So consistent. I really do. I think he was on the up and up. I just have a feeling he was on the up and up.
Yeah, I think so too. But just, video game like numbers I'm looking at here, OPS of over 1,200 in 1994. I mean, a slugging slugging percentage of 729 in 94.
Yeah,
just a behemoth of a player here. Just a raw, great talent. So Frank Thomas comes in for me at number 1. And I mean, he parlayed it into a fantastic broadcasting career and a Eugenics Total T guy. So, there you go.
Yeah, number 1 for me for the exact same reasons. Frank Thomas is no doubt. And probably the Chicago White Sox best player of all time.
Well, I think so, yeah. Yep, I agree. So let's move on to the then over to the now.
Tough.
Yep, it was very, very tough because there are a lot of good first basemen right now.
A lot of good first basemen.
I'm going to lead it off here with a guy who, he just keeps going. He's like the little engine that just keeps going, and that's Freddie Freeman. He's older, but, he's coming off still a very, very solid season for the Dodgers. You're looking at a guy who, he's, 36, going to be 36 years old, but still a solid 295 average, 24 home runs. Another all-star campaign for him, top 15 in all-star or in MVP voting. He hasn't really had that bottom fall out on him yet, like a lot of players do when they reach their mid 30s here that we see. He just keeps chugging along, making all-star teams, putting up solid MVP like numbers. A little bit of a dip in the the hitting, but the average went up from 282 to 295 this past season. So he still keeps going. I still think he's got a little bit left in the tank, and I mean, who wouldn't want to be on the Dodgers, right? Just keep coming along here, be the first baseman for the Dodgers. So Freddie Freeman, you and I have talked about before. I think the stupidest thing the Braves did was letting this guy go. Freddie Freeman, he comes in for me at number 5.
Yeah, that's something that history is going to look back on, and people are going to wonder why. I mean, it's not like he was asking for the world, and he still had so much left in the tank, and he is arguably one of the best Braves to ever play. Aside from maybe Hank Aaron, but but for I didn't put Freeman on my list. I feel like I got to say it now. I feel bad. I didn't put Freeman on my list because there is a little bit of a dip. In terms of, I think he's still got it, but I think that there's other better first basemen now that are taking off.
I gotcha.
And I went where the future of where we're at. And it's not like these guys are overnight successes. These are, even a young guy I'm going to talk about a little bit later. I think the future of the position has changed, but you can't count Freddie Freeman out with his leadership and everything else. My number 5, I went a different way. I went with Rafael Devers. He might be a dickhead, but he might not love first base. But you know what? I mean, as a hitter, he's really good. He's really good. He was never a great glove. And the fact that he didn't want to move over for third base, I get it, but I never thought he was a Gold Glove third baseman, right? I think there was always been better, but he's a 3-time All-Star. He's a World Series champion, I believe, in his rookie season, and then from there, I mean, he's really taken off. Last year with the Giants, I mean, he was really not talked about. 35 home runs, 109 RBIs. I thought he did really well. I mean, he's never a guy that's going to hit for high average, but Rafael Devers, as a 6-foot first baseman, he's on the smaller side, but I mean, that doesn't stop him from just doing what he does. He's a heavier set first baseman, which is fine because you're there. You need the power, you need the bat, and he's got that, man. And for that, he's my number 5.
Okay. No, I like it. No, that's a very solid pick. I'm going to continue with the old people. I guess I'm on the old people train right here. With my number 4. And
Steve doesn't want to let go.
Look, if people know me, you know my resistance to change, all right? I'm very routine.
My second baseman next week.
Oh, geez.
I really don't want to let go.
You really don't want to let go. Spoiler alert right there. Good tease.
Yeah.
I'm going with Bryce Harper.
Hey, Bryce
number 4.
Yeah, Bryce is good.
Yeah, well, he had a bit of a dip, all right? We're talking about a guy who in 2024 was sixth in All-Star voting. He missed the All-Star or 6th in MVP voting, missed the All-Star team this year. Dip average wise, down to 261. But still could mash those 27 home runs, 75 RBIs. Could still spray it around the field to the tune of 32 doubles, but I'm still holding that hope, man. All right. I'm just hoping that this was just a slight dip. He's still in his early-ish 30s, approaching his mid-30s. I'm just hoping that was just a little blip on the Bryce train right there. So hopefully he gets back to what he can do. And like Mike said, I have difficulty letting go here. So Bryce Harper comes in for me at number 4.
Yeah, and was it Dombrowski who said that he's never going to get back to that status of where he was when he was younger? And I mean, Bryce, I think that's enough to piss Bryce off and say, no,
exactly.
Hold my beer. I'm going to do a little bit better.
Hold my beer. It's go time.
And for new listeners, Steve and I, we were haters of Bryce Harper at the first year of our show. Big time.
Oh, yeah. We should have had our own segment of, mashing on Bryce.
Yeah. Harper hate brought to you by Vagisil. No.
No lube on this one, right?
Yeah. My number 4, Josh Naylor.
Good.
The Canadian captain. Yeah. I mean, he is such a consistent fucking first baseman, and at 5'10" on the smaller side, again, one of the better left-handed hitters in the game, especially for a first baseman. And he's a guy that can go anywhere between 20 and 30 plus home runs a year, but you get him because he can perform in the playoffs. Why the Guardians let him go is beyond me. Why the Diamondbacks
wrong Naylor
beyond me. Yeah, totally the wrong Naylor, man. Josh Naylor is just arc of consistency. I just wish he'd get a fucking helmet that would fit. It pisses me off so much watching it, dude.
It's like Willie Mays with his hat, though. Maybe that's just like his thing.
Remember maybe it's his thing. I don't know, man. He might need a new thing because that shit's just annoying.
It's annoying.
On Twitter, too, people are like, dude, what the fuck, man? Cut your hair, get a different size helmet. Josh
his new thing in Seattle.
Number 4. Yeah.
It's on his contract. They tell him
he had to get
stipulations on his contract. He has to get a haircut and get a better fitting helmet.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Speaking of people, teams that shouldn't have let someone go, is my number 3. And it's Pete Alonso here for I can't believe I'm saying the Baltimore Orioles, Pete Alonso.
Crazy, dude.
It's crazy. We talked about Freddie Freeman leaving the Braves and how the Braves are stupid to let this guy go. Let Freddie go. I think the Mets are stupid to let Pete Alonso go because he was the face of that franchise right there. He was the New York Mets. I mean, this is a guy who's extremely durable. I mean, back-to-back seasons of playing all 162 games, doesn't want to leave your lineup. Major jump average-wise this past year, went from 240 to 272, upped his home run output by 4, and then upped his RBIs from 88 to 126. This guy was just continuing a trajectory upward, and if I were the Mets, I would have kept him around, made him the face of your franchise. But nope, we're going to jump on the one. So, we paid Soto all that money. He's going to be the face. Can't have two faces, right? So Pete Alonso's gone, and their loss is Baltimore's gain. And
of course,
he's in his early 30s here. Playing first base, got definitely a lot left in the tank. It's going to make Baltimore's lineup that much better. So Pete Alonso, he comes in for me at number 3.
Number 3 for me, I went with the kid, man. I went with the kid that is not an overnight success. This kid was great with Wake Forest in college, got drafted, boom, you're in the pros in less than a year. Nick Kurtz. We're big fans of Nick Kurtz on this show.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, I see you, Nick Kurtz. I see you on my Instagram checking my shit out. I know you're checking our shit out. So
for sure.
You're a classic first baseman. You kind of remind me of a Carl Yastrzemski of first base.
I praise. Ooh, okay. Okay.
Just the way he does things, man. I mean, he does everything right. I hope I'm not eating my words. I hope he has a great season and it continues, because those sophomore slumps are real. But Nick Kurtz is the prototypical big first baseman, 6'5", right? He's lefty, right? And he came on the scene a little bit later with the A's, and then he just said,
"Fuck off." Yeah.
Look, he just put his big old fucking dick on the table, and he's just like,
I'm here.
Gonna be a Vegas superstar. So Nick Kurtz for me.
Patent pending, because we still don't have a team name, all right?
Yeah, Vegas might not want you guys.
Yeah.
They might just say, Nick, you can stay. The rest, get out of here.
Yeah, the rest of you, get the F out. And Justin Wilson, we kind of like you too. You can stay there, all right?
Yeah, just don't get
the rest
injured
of you,
anymore.
Deuces, all right?
Yeah. Just don't get injured anymore.
Don't get injured. Exactly. I like Nick Kurtz so much that I put him at number 2.
Right.
Usually, you got to go by the sample size, but you know what? The sample last year was ample for me. Rookie
And it wasn't
of the year.
semen.
And no, it wasn't. God, it was not. You talked about it, man. He came on, kind of set the world on fire, took a step back, but then figured it out again, you know, and then just continued chugging along here. I mean, this is a guy, Silver Slugger, Rookie of the Year, 12th in the MVP voting. Like you said, he was mashing in college. He's going to continue to do the same in the majors here too. Like you said, hopefully no sophomore slump, because those things are real. But this guy just, he seems to be able to adjust and change on the fly here. So I think he's going to be okay.
I do too.
So Nick Kurtz, he comes in for me at number 2.
Great pick. I could see him battling number 1 next year for both of us, if he continues his trajectory.
Agreed.
Number 2 for me, I went with the polar bear too, man. Pete Alonso. It's weird to say Baltimore. It's so weird. And I'm still kind of just like that gif you and I send each other of that Jason Bateman gif where it does that slow zoom on me. It's like, looking like,
huh? What? The smile changes to a scared look.
It's one of our favorite gifs. We always send each other when the realization hits. It's like the smile melts off his face. He's like,
no, he just looks around.
That's what Mets fans are still doing. I mean, you might have upped it by getting some key free agents, but I still think the hole that you made by removing Pete Alonso is going to be troublesome. I don't think you need a consistent power guy. You can't ask Juan Soto to be consistently your power guy. I've always thought Juan Soto is at his best when his hit ability shows up more than his power. Right? Yep. It's a guy that can get on base, produce runs, but table set as well. And I think that's where Soto lives in. He is very much in the mold of what Rafael Palmeiro did, right? I mean, talking about first baseman, in the mold of what Freddie Freeman can do, right? He can do a little bit of both. And I think that's kind of Soto's game. Pete Alonso's strictly power, man. And the thing is, he upped his average. He keeps upping his average. He's not a liability like Kyle Schwarber is at the plate when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, and he's just a prototypical who you want at first base. And he's a good leader. I thought New York did him dirty, man. I mean, remember that before Lindor and that, he was all they had for the longest time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the thing is, I think he would have taken a hometown discount. I mean,
for sure would have. He loved it in New York. Yeah.
I mean, you look at what Baltimore paid him; they're not breaking the bank. So, just total fumble by the Mets. Pete Alonso's still one of the great first basemen right now. So yeah, he comes in for me at number 2.
Number 1, guys. Speaking of the Brinks truck, I mean,
I think 2 years in a row for you and I.
2 years in a row. I mean, there's no one better right now, I don't think, and that's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I mean, he got paid, and as opposed to some of our players here in our hometown cough Detroit Lions who got paid, he didn't take a step back. He just continued chugging along. 292 average, 23 home runs, 84 RBIs, consistently playing. 156 games this season, 159 games last season. Plays a great first base, just a hell of a hitter. And I think with his age, only 26, going to be 27, he's going to be on the top of that list probably for years to come. So Vlad Jr., he comes in for me at number 1. Same for you.
Same, just echoing you, man.
Yep.
He is the David Ortiz of today. He's a fun-loving mix of, and he knows he's the best. And I think that's not a testament to these other guys. I think these other guys are great in their own right, but I think Vlad is only getting better. It just sucks that when they paid Vlad, the Blue Jays knew if Bo Bichette was going to be great that season. I don't know if his... Yeah, I think by paying Vlad, they basically said goodbye to Bo, but I don't think they meant to do that.
Yep.
Because when they signed him, they were still thinking like, okay, Bo, he might walk and it might be okay, but it's like, fuck. I mean, the Batman and Robbie totally broke him up. I mean, that could have been such a good tandem for so long, and it just another ball drop on the Blue Jays. I mean, I don't hate their free agency, what they've done in the offseason, but just the Bichette thing, it's just, man, you should have signed Bichette. But anyways, man, I mean, the Mets got him, so it was weird because the Mets got rid of Alonso, those whole things. So Vlad for me too, man. Number 1, no ifs, ands, or buts. I think he's been number 1 on our, at least top 3 in our list for the last 4 years.
Yep. He's that good.
He's that guy, man. He's that guy. Hey, you and I had a great fucking interview a couple weeks ago, right?
We did. Oh, yeah, dude.
I was wondering how you were going to like him. I was like, I knew, because you like everybody. It's not like you hate people we bring on. I fucking hate that guy.
You know what?
You actually, I remember when we got done with this podcast, you're like, he was fun. Like, you got to have, again, if you to say that means like you really connected with him. And he was... I could talk to that guy for another 2 more hours or something. We talked to him for a while. We did, and it was just bros hanging out. I mean, it was one of those things. I love having guests like that every now and then, where it's just like, let's talk shop. We did this during for a collection corner segment, and it was just fun because this is Paulie Campione. He goes by Paulie. It's Paul, but we call him Paulie. Everybody calls him Paulie. He is on the podcast, What Do You Collect? A really good podcast. I think he started his podcast as being like a collection podcast. And while it is still a collection podcast, he does talk about other things. He works for ESPN. He's just a really nice guy all along. I mean, he's just a really good guy. And we can't wait to have him back on.
Yeah. So shall we head on over Collection Corner?
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah. Ready to ride the next big hobby wave? Market Movers puts the entire sport card and TCG market right in your hands. With pricing on over 7 million cards powered by real sales data from every major marketplace, including eBay, Fanatics Collect, Golden, Heritage, and more. Track your collection on mobile or desktop and instantly see value and P&L by sport, year, player, set, or grade. Compare any cards side by side, monitor live price swings to spot trends early, uncover underpriced deals, and set custom alerts so you never miss a move. With Market Movers, you turn market data into smarter buys, bigger profits, and a stronger collection. Sign up today and try it risk-free for 14 days and get 20% off for life with promo code GONE20 at marketmoversapp.com. And a special bonus, in February, we're giving away a hobby box of 2025 Topps Heritage High Number. To enter, sign up using promo code GONE20. We'll compile entries from December through the beginning of February and announce the winner during our February Hobby Huddle segment. Market Movers. Make every card count.
All right, with us today from the podcast, What Do You Collect? We have Paulie Campione. What's going on, man?
Oh, hello, fellas. How we doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Jump on here and chat with you. Steve,
Absolutely.
Michael, I'm a big fan and love the podcast and just thrilled to be here chatting with you guys, chatting sports, whatever, sandwiches, food, desserts, spumoni, whatever you want to do here tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to have some fun.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
absolutely. Hey, how far are you into your podcast? What episode are you on now?
This is I went into another season after the holiday. So this is season 2, episode 5. So we're about 17, 18 episodes in.
Cool.
Roughly.
What made you want to start your podcast up? Like, because I remember, when we talked and we were talking about your background in collecting. What was this something? Because I know you work for ESPN and you have a media background. Was this something you were like, oh, I want to like kind of check out this medium a little bit and explore something you're passionate about, or was it something you just kind of fell into?
It's definitely something I fell into. It came out of a need in a way that just kind of came along with my collecting of physical, and then from 2021 got into digital collecting. And to me, it's kind of a big fan of all the known collectibles, your Tops, your Upper Deck from back in the 90s, collecting, through the years, Panini. But when the digital stuff came out, I was like, this stuff is cool. It's a lot of fun, but I'm like, very few people know about it or take the extra second to like look past maybe their initial like perspective or what they heard about it in the past. So I said, you know what? I maybe if I started just talking myself, because the thing on the internet, a lot of the people say in the digital world or NFT world, they have like, PFPs and image files, lizards with their tongues out, monkeys. Nobody knows who's who. So I said, I'm just going to stick my dumb face out here and talk about it and just help, whoever wants to listen. Yeah, if you have questions and, this is kind of like what it's like to collect digital. It's been a lot of fun, and then it just kind of snowballed into the fact of that. You know what? I want to talk about other stuff too. I like collecting. You got back in the day your figures, your starting lineup figures. Who collected these things called headliners? Funko Pops came out. Your bobbleheads. It's like there's a huge amount of people that collect these different items, but a lot of times when you just hear about the collecting world, you just keep seeing the same maybe top of the crop. That's all you really see, the same 2-3 things. So I said I'd love to get out there and kind of tell the stories of those that collect these other items out there and kind of share it. So that was it. Stumbled into it and said, right, let's give it a go. So it's just been contacting and people reaching out, telling me about what they collect, basically. So I was like, this is it. This is the show. This is what I'm having fun with. I love to spread the news, and it's been a fun ride, and been getting a lot of cool guests and great stories out there and things that I didn't even know existed. As you'll, take a look at the pod, you'll hear some fun stuff, and the different collectors that are out there are just amazing, because you can't find them all at a trade show. That's the fun, because the trade show, you're normally going to get what they're there for, either sports, physical cards, or you're going to a Pokemon card show. Like, that's it. Yeah, you rarely see all this type of stuff at one show, where you're going to get your comic books, your cards, your figures. It's hard, it's almost like a flea market. You got a better chance of running into those different people out there.
Yeah.
Going on the digital, I was watching your latest episode, talking to the ladies of collecting, and I saw that you and one of your guests actually have digital cards in physical form. When did that really get started?
Yes.
Yeah, it was really cool to see. It's like a card that moves. It's like Harry Potter, it felt like.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I got a slew of them behind me here. Let me see if I can grab one quickly. let's see. This is.
Well, Harry Potter when it was like the newspaper with the
Yeah, or
somebody,
their cards. Remember, like the wizard cards, and they wouldn't always be sitting there.
yes,
Like
yeah,
this type of
Yeah,
thing over here. So this here,
yeah,
let me see. This here, basically, it's the motion card that's behind it is NBA Top Shot moment. So this here is Allen Iverson,
yeah.
and it's a cool like autograph panel that just slips into this. As I asked the designer and the manufacturer of this to say, hey, I want to go to a autograph show. Is it possible to get like a treated paper panel that can go in so he can sign it? So this was something that when I met him in person, is the first time he saw something like
I
this,
bet.
and
yeah.
he was taken back. We kind of had a good couple of minutes there. He was talking about it. I gave some of his people some of the info in case they were interested in finding out more about this kind of thing. Where it's a play of his, so he's there watching this whole play on this actual display that I have. So it's pretty cool. That something like that I think exists because I love collecting cards. But a lot of times I'm there looking at the static shot, and I'm like, okay, now I got to replay in my head. Okay, how did that home run go, or what was that
Right.
pitch, or whatever it was. So this is the fun of just here it is. Here's the whole clip, and it's basically on a blockchain. So in I guess a quick technical term, there's like a paper trail in a way to see exactly like how many were minted of this file,
Right.
how many of them were sold, bought, who owns them. So it's a pretty nice, I guess, feature to collecting because
Yeah.
there's no there's no question about authenticity when you can see exactly where it was.
Right.
Here it is. Like there's only 99 of them, and then they have things like burns where it's all of a sudden you can burn your moment if you don't want it no more. So you could technically go out there if there's 99 of them, buy all of them, burn 98, and now you got the only one left. Like, I mean,
one.
That's insane.
basically,
So
you could basically just chip away until you get down to what number you like.
holy shit!
Oh, that's
Is that
cool.
like a loophole in that in the system in that industry, or is it like that's crazy?
It's not really a loophole. It's a way to kind of say that, what's the demand and what's the supply of this. It's kind of nice in a way, I think, to say like, hey, if there's all of a sudden the prices keep coming down and you're like, this damn, like how many times you have a card and you find out, okay, it is, there's tons more coming out. All these boxes haven't hit the shelves yet. So now my card that was 50 goes down to 20 to 5, to 5 eventually. But if you had the feature to say, you know what, I want this rookie card to have a little more pop, a little more value, you can, which people do, stack. And they basically go out there and just hoard as many of one particular item if they want to. But it doesn't mean to say that that's the last one that's ever, going to come out of that player. But if it's a rookie or their first specific moment that means a lot, then it's popular. But that also creates the the craze right off the bat, because if it's something where LeBron's like 50,000 point moment and that's there, he's not going to have another one at 50,000.
Right.
So either you're going hard out the gate for it, or you're like, well, that's all right, I can't afford it, I'll wait for just a regular one that comes out.
Yeah.
But
Oh, for
That's
sure.
like that's insane to me. So, because that's been my biggest knock with collecting, and that's something Steve and I have talked about. We love collecting, but the thing that I don't love is you have a million variations of one card,
Saturation of it. Yeah.
and if the physical form, good luck trying to say there's 1 out of 5, 500. It's like, yeah, I mean that's pretty good, right? But I want one of one. Well, good. You can't just go out and try to buy them all because good luck finding them. But the digital side of that's interesting to me. To me, that shows like that could potentially be more value if it got more popular in a way.
I don't know. It's hitting bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course. That's why sometimes if you look online or if you look through social media, you might find people blowing up and going off at a moment. But it's like you're going to find that with everything. But when it comes down to it, if you just collect something you like, you're not going to be all ticked off when it doesn't, really it drops significantly or something. Like if you're like, hey, this is my guy, I love this team, like I'm happy with it, like that's what collecting is. And to me it's kind of like, yeah, if you want that one of one, I mean, you can chase it, But sometimes you just like the moment regardless of how many there are. It's like, okay, I remember this playoff moment,
Yeah.
where you have the Oklahoma City Thunder taking down the championship. If you're an OKC fan, this is the first time you could buy like a championship,
Yeah.
a video highlight of this.
Right.
You
Yep.
know, I mean, it's the first time in, their history. So it's something that I would say like, hey, I'm definitely owning one of these things just because I'd love to relive each of these moments by each of these players because it's a special, championship run and I want to watch it over and over. I mean, it's something that it's a license by the NBA, so it's something that it's not just, hey, these guys are, ripping video here off of
Yeah.
YouTube or anything. So,
Right.
it's a officially licensed product and all, which is a big thing with me because sometimes in the physical world, when you all of a sudden start seeing some rubbed off team's name on there, I go nuts. I don't know. I can't get crazy about a rookie card when it just got the guy's number and I don't know what
That's
team
how I
he's
feel with
I don't like
Panini.
that.
Yeah, that's why when I see like a rated rookie or something like a Don Russ with Panini, and it's like, well, it says Baltimore. I want the Orioles, or
Yeah.
New York. I want the Yankees.
I know.
I want the actual name on the jersey there. I don't just want some rec jersey. It looks like it doesn't mean as much to me.
Yeah, or I hate when they do this is the first card this player has, and it's not even like he hasn't even made his like pro debut yet. Like he's not in Major League Baseball yet, hasn't, he's in the minors. To me, those cards aren't I know a lot of people loves those cards, like the Bowman first, but until they play like their first game in Major League Baseball, that's what I care about. I'm not gonna get jacked for something that, he's still in double A and
Yeah, the guy's got a foot out of the shower and hold on, let me get a photo of you. That's it.
Yeah.
Guy didn't even take the field yet. Come on, give him a minute. I mean, the guy never plays. Maybe he decides, you know what, I'm going to football. I'm not going to play baseball or whatever sport it is. Now you got a picture of the guy standing there with a hat, and he decides to go somewhere else. I mean, I want to see them on the field. But in a way, it's kind of like altering, It's like how in the days, it's like if you drew a mustache on Mickey Mantle, people would say, "What'd you do? You ruined the card." But here,
So true.
no, this is okay. What is this? It's defacing in a way. I mean, if you're thinking about it. But I mean, look, everyone collects what they like. So it's like, for me, if I'm going to stack something in a case and spend, $1 on it, it's got to say what team the guy plays for,
For sure. Yeah. And, just looking at collectibles, you've been talking to a lot of people. What do you think are some underrated collectibles that people are, collecting right now?
I mean, like I said, the digital stuff, there's a thing out there. I mean, I just told you about NBA Top Shot. There's another digital collectible called Disney Pinnacle.
Yeah.
To me, it's kind of underrated, the most
Mm-hmm.
underrated, I would say, because like obviously there are things that are out there for the craze. Like I've been to some, Comic Cons, I've been to Fan Fest, the Bitcoin conference. So I've seen some, different collectibles that are out there and have talked to the Labubu craze and things like that.
Yeah, asked my daughter about that.
Yeah. But I don't know. Some of them you might see. I don't know how long term it's going to be. But for me, the Disney Pinnacle is a long term thing where I'm like, these mint sizes are so small right now because a lot of people haven't heard of it. Then there's if you're a Disney Plus subscriber, you get a free pin every month. You got to just go to your Disney.
I didn't know that when I was watching your podcast. I was like, I'm a Disney Plus subscriber. I guess I'm going to have to get in on this too.
There's a reward page that you could get all free stuff by having it. If you're paying every month, you could if you get a few bucks back, it helps in a way because
for sure.
You never know. If your free pin you get, maybe if you get a limited one, some of them could sell for a couple hundred, depending on if you get the one of the rare ones that are in these like capsules that open up. But because to me, Disney characters they don't get sick, they don't ruin their careers.
They're not getting injured.
Peter Pan's been out there for quite a while, flying around. So, I mean.
Oh, for sure.
But I think it's definitely an underrated thing. And it's a lot of fun because it's like there's so many things you could trade with your friends. And then it's something where you got a lot of these people going to like Disney World and, going to the parks.
Yeah, I've been seeing that on their live streams. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
there's
in
tons
trading
of
places and
trade. It's like it's a huge community between like the Facebook groups that are out there, the postings on Instagram and all those clubs that are already in existence. If I feel like if they get into the digital stuff, which already I know by the Pinnacle community, there's definitely some crossing over because it's pretty cool when you can go out at nighttime in, in Disney World and you have like one of these, like the same thing like I have here with these physical,
Mhm.
there's something that is just like starting to come out, but like you could then, wear this and go around with
Yeah.
your, and at nighttime you got a glowing like Disney pin on you. I mean, it's pretty,
That's
I
incredible.
think pretty nuts because everything that they sell in there and having, it's like you're not gonna find that unless you show up with it. So who knows? Maybe as this becomes more mainstream, I think that might
Do you
have a
think it
good.
is getting more mainstream? Because that's something that Steve and I talk about when, like, we're Topps Bunt fans. We're huge Top Bunt fans. But over the last, few years, Steve, we haven't collected a lot just because some of the stuff
Yeah.
they came out with hasn't been great looking. Not to say it's garbage. Sometimes they come out with some real fucking
Mhm,
stunners. But there's
Yeah.
other
mhm.
ones where it's like, it's just, man, I'd rather have the physical card of this. But do you think, I know with NBA Top Shot and some of them, I mean, you're going for moments, you're going for the live look of everything and everything you're talking about. Do you think it's right to even call like it's a niche kind of thing, or do you think it's actually beyond that now to where it's actually gaining, like it's going to be mainstream within less than 10 years?
Yeah, I think it's every year. I think it grows because I think every year if you get like a new product and you still see the original company still out there, that means that
Yeah.
they're making money. They're
Yep.
not going to be doing this if it's a loss.
Right.
So they're not doing that at the good of their heart over here. But
Nope.
I
Nope.
think that it is definitely becoming more mainstream in a way because the youth is just more glued into digital. And I
Yeah.
feel like they see as long as that they have the rights to it, like why not try to sell this as well? Because you can do both. Like, with the Disney, you got the Topps Chrome cards that have come out. They've been selling for, how
Right.
what 2-3 times the box price from what they originally
Mhm.
came out at.
Yeah.
So you can have the brand selling physical, and then if you're, say Disney, for example, you would say, hey, we're making, money is going well on that side. Let's take a look at the digital aspect, and if people buy it, then I mean they're gonna invest, I think, into it. So I
Mhm.
think the more that the brand gets behind like spreading the news on that it pretty much is becoming like I think like a lower level of mainstream, because obviously you go to trade shows, if there's one booth doing something digital, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But I think the trade shows are just, that's the place for them. So it's kind of, it's digital. You're going to see obviously digital advertising for it because
Mhm.
that's its natural world. So
Mhm.
as things go on and on, I mean, we got, Apple Watches, iPads, laptops. I
Yeah.
mean, it's all digital here. So you don't have to leave your house if there's ever,
No.
bad weather. You could rip packs all night and go broke. I mean, you don't got to go to
Sure.
Target or Walmart. You could do this from
For
home. I
sure.
mean,
Yeah.
it's
Now the
crazy.
convenience is very, very much so. I know, a couple of years ago when I was really into bunt, just buying the diamonds in there and just
Yeah.
getting the coins from various things, and you're just sitting at home, ripping packs just on your phone. And I bet the convenience part of it helps too, because you got
Right.
like your whole collection is just right there on your phone or your computer, and it stays with you. If you have a flood or a tornado or something rips down your house, so you're not going to lose your cards because they're right there, in your pocket essentially.
Yeah, and it looks
Yes.
good, like, if you're holding an iPad or, like, a tablet and you're open those cards, it looks nice, right? Because it's, I mean, it's crisp, it's appealing. It's better than these fucking huge cards they give you with these,
Oh,
like,
those those toppers or whatever. Oh my
yeah,
god,
they're top
and I
loaders.
have
I hate
nothing to
them. I
put them
hate
in.
them.
Look at
What the
this.
hell is this?
Wow, that thing's huge. I put
Look
it
at
next
that.
to
Yeah.
my, put it next to my graduation photo in the living room.
Right, dude.
We're up there like this. When put your hand on,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
put my hand under my
Oh,
chin for. I look like a
Yeah,
dope.
let me put in my book. Let me find a sleeve. Like, no
Yeah,
way,
all
man.
right.
Like,
no
I
way
hate
you're
they're
fitting
so
that.
Mantle.
ugly.
Let me buy a
Yeah.
mantle so I can put my top loader on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Seriously.
but that's why digital does look better on big screens because you can open it anytime and it looks nice. You can 360 view it. I know a
You're not
Topps
gonna
Bunt
ding,
anyway.
you're not gonna mess up the corners on a, digital card, right?
No.
And that's what I love too, is the aspect that you don't even have to go get it graded. This is it. I mean, you
Mhm.
can't tell me my number 4 is any different than your number
Yes.
Mhm.
5. It's the
Yep.
same digital card. So,
Yep.
I mean,
That's
it's a
true.
fun aspect on that, as well for collecting. It's like collecting stress free in a way, because
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
how many times you see somebody get a good card, or the back of it is blank. You're like, oh, great. Now what do I got here? Is this worth less? Is it worth more?
Mhm.
I don't
Right.
know. The way
Is it a
how it's cut.
defect?
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, that's why I'm like, so, for me, I'm not I'm not super into if it's a mint 10 or not. Like for me, if it's the card that if it's like
Same here.
I've been saving up for a while and always been looking at getting, you know, a Mickey Mantle card from 1957 because my dad was a huge Mantle fan,
Yeah.
and 57 is the year he was born. So that's where I finally got through. Now
Beautiful card.
it's not,
57.
you know, it's not anything it's a bad condition or whatnot. It's got, you know, folds in it, but at least it has a back. At least it didn't get ripped off or some kid wrote his like, you know, house address on there. So
Right.
I mean, just to say something, like, to me, it's like I just want to have a piece of something like from that time, regardless of its grade, you know. So it's, I don't know.
Same here.
That's how I like to collect, and I also collected in the top bunch of. I love the end of the year packs that they had. Well, that
yeah.
they loaded with the frozen cards and all that
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. They
To me,
throw everything together in the mega packs.
Yes, the mega
Yeah.
packs.
Yep.
Definitely was mega packing it there for a while. I think I got one Otani, you know, several. Yeah, it was like several diamonds later. Yes, Google Play Store was loving me that
Oh,
holiday
for sure.
season.
Man, when Top Spunk came out, I almost went fucking homeless, just fucking buying diamonds. I'm like, oh man, here we go. And you notice you're not getting anything. I mean, you're getting some stuff that are cool, but I'm like, yeah, this ain't worth it. No.
Yeah. How about the Facebook groups and all that stuff, communities? Did you get into those with the
Oh,
bump
yeah.
as well? Because I was,
Yeah.
that's how you work out trades or anything like
Yeah.
that. But I'm like, bro, why didn't you answer in my trade? I mean, what's going on? I'm
Yeah.
in the app trying to trade you, but then you find them on Facebook. They feel guilty. They're like, all right, now the guy knows.
He tracked me down.
Trade me now, buddy. Come on.
I like when people bitch about the trades, like all the time on
Or
Top
like the
Spunk community.
ratings.
It's so funny, man. They're like,
We're going to give you 2 stars.
look what this douchebag offered me. What the fuck, man? And I just laugh. And the guy will like sometimes will answer back like, well, hey, you were offering me this, and then they get this like mini fight going. You're like watching it live.
Well, I love it. I like that part because it's kind of like brings you back to like, you know, a kid and trading right there. We are.
Yeah.
Which kids try to get away, you know, and fleece you, and which one's gonna, you know, just be normal. It's like you gotta at least, you know.
I fleeced a kid or two.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Listen, he converted it though. He got your Twinkies out of the deal.
There you go. Yep. I'd always like to do when making a trade and the person didn't know what they'd have, and I'd bust out the Beckett from my backpack and be like, "Oh, you just traded me this card. It's going for $10. I only gave you a card worth a quarter." Oh,
God, man.
Nice. Yep. Yeah, there was. I mean, there was the Beckett and what was the other one? It was like not Tough Stuff. There was some other company that was always higher, and some guys in the shops always pull that book out, and I was like, "Get out of here with this book!" I know that book's always like way
probably
off.
has a butler.
Yeah, probably. You guys rich enough to have a butler, you know.
Yeah.
Like me, as I looked to my left and my right, you know. More grapes.
Yeah, more.
I said seedless, damn it. Seedless. What is this?
Yeah, what is this?
But yeah, it's true.
The question I have, just talking baseball, since we are a baseball podcast, with all the people you've talked with on your collecting journeys, do you have a story of a most memorable baseball collecting find that you've seen? If so, what would that be?
Yes. There's a lot of baseball collecting finds. I know John Newman, a big, obviously of the Sports Card Nation. Yeah, he's a big collector, and I just love that he has the original Jackie Robinson card, as it's he's from Brooklyn originally, and kind of one of those lifelong, I guess missions to get one and come back to his roots of collecting, being a huge Jackie Robinson fan, Brooklyn Dodger fan. He's out there too at the trade shows, puts out some great content as well. I think I would say he definitely has a nice story to his collecting, collectibles of that. Having the original Jackie Robinson, I love going back to the old stuff. To me, it's some of the harder finds out there to get, and those that appreciate it, because sometimes also I'd say Tim of the sports card, the big league find.
Oh yeah, big league.
I had him on on an episode. He's all right. This was crazy. I mean, it basically has like 20 million cards in a warehouse. Is his personal collection. So if you see him on the big league find, Tim's got a crazy collection of stuff. He's just there sorting through like one Ricky Henderson rookie after another, like stacks and complete sets.
That's unbelievable.
50s and 60s, like it's insane. Like that, as far as like the massive amount of collecting that he has, is just would I'd love to connect with him, as he said, to maybe check it out in person. But if I can, I'll definitely be putting that those videos out there and doing a full look at what he has, because it's just so neat to have that many and that old.
Yeah, I remember with there's only so many people that own the T206 Wagner card. And I remember when I was doing my doc to begin with, I ended up, I tried to get a hold of one of the owners. And I was able to get a hold of one of the owners, and he has the T206 and he has it in a safe, and he has hired security to guard it. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, really? So I remember I got in touch with him through a writer that did a story on him. And I didn't talk to him. I talked to his assistant or his manager or whatever. And he goes, listen, to talk to him and for him to pull the card out, you got to pay him. I'm like, am I talking to the right guy? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, well, when he pulls the card out, he has to pay extra security. He has to pay, like, I mean, he pays just to get it stored in this like private safe, and, like a vault. And he showed me pictures anyways of like the process. I couldn't believe it. And I mean, the value of that card's, millions, but I couldn't imagine. It's almost like a curse having something like that, because you would have to, it'd be great to own it, but then at that point it's like, man, then I got to be worried about it forever, and I got to take care of it like it's a kid, Basically.
Yeah, that's true. It's like if your significant other is more attractive than you. That's a heck of a thing to carry around. You got to be worrying. You need extra security.
Yeah.
Like, who needs this? That's it. What am I getting involved with here? This is more than I'm voting for.
That's exactly it. I mean, be wondering.
For a comparison, it's dead on.
So to have going back to the guy you were talking about with that big of a collection, I feel like that's almost just too much. You're always worrying about getting taken care of, that kind of collection, making sure your valuable shit's like just locked up good, and you're constantly accumulating stuff. And then when you pass on, it's your kids that got to deal with it. What I mean?
My daughter.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I think though I think he really wants to connect with collectors for his sake, and I think he wants to kind of disperse of it to people that are
there we go.
really, really willing for it, and have been seeking these items for a while. I think it's kind of like
that's cool.
A mission that he's made out of this collection, to say like, I want to get these into the right hands. So that's pretty awesome. I think definitely. Look him up, take a look into him. We'll definitely maybe try to all connect to do something in the future or whatnot. But he's a great dude, and definitely nice to see somebody like that has the heart for collecting, because you know that when you hear them talk about it, if somebody's out there just to flip or make a profit, or if somebody is like, hey, I just love this and I love how people admire it, and they just are just like off of your passion, you could just see their eyes light up. So to me,
I see that a lot. I see that a lot when I'm out getting autographs for like players and stuff. So I'm in it just for the collecting and just for my own, personal. But then I'll see the people around me who will have like their binders of all the same card just to, sign all the way down the line. I'm like, I just want one for me.
Yeah.
And it's usually that's the one that the players will gravitate towards more, as the people that they know are not looking to flip it, just the people that are, looking to collect for them, for themselves, for the love of it. So
yeah. But the people who do flip it, I mean, I do respect those people too, in terms of it's a hustle for them, right? And they constantly got to see where the market's at. They're constantly trying to get the cards that they want to flip it. And it's like, I mean, sometimes it's their some of them it's their livelihood. I've run into people where it's like, man, that's what they do for a living. And to me, that would be so stressful. Yeah. Because the market is in collecting, the market's never just great and it's never bad. It's always like this. It's just all over the place. I mean, you could have a great card and then in an instant, it could be nothing. Like, remember Wander Franco? Everybody was buying Wander Franco like it was the next
Yep.
Ohtani, and then he was a dirtbag, and then
Yep.
everybody's like, "Oh, fuck this guy," and now his cards mean not like they're not even worth the paper they're printed on anymore. It's
That's very
insane.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's hard. It's because I mean it's hard too. Cause even if you collect in sets and things like that, you're like, all right, I got to hold on to this guy just because he's a
Right.
set. Oh, now what? Well, now what do I do with this? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's, in a way, you gotta. I mean, that's the comes along with, I guess, set collecting. But I don't. That's something that I don't know if what you guys think of that in the physical world. Do you see like I don't personally see a ton of people going after physical sets, but in the digital
No.
world, I gotta say, there's a ton. It's a big thing with that. But
Yeah.
I wish, in a way, though, I wish it came back. You know, like for the physical aspect, at least
I
it
do
would
too.
give some value to some of these other cards that are thrown in there, like these other. You know, like special inserts. Like right now, you can't even get $1 for some of them. But it's like nobody wants all the sets of whatever this is. Like Flaming Joes, and it's like, all right, the Flaming Joe. There's 12 of them, but nobody wants.
Nobody.
Like,
Nope.
What the heck?
Yeah.
No. I agree.
Like I don't know where in the collecting history we went from checklists to nobody wants these. Like it happened somewhere, I would say in the late 90s. I don't know.
Say the age of the internet. I'd say that's where it kind of happened, because I'll still see when I go to shows. You got the older folks that'll be sitting there. They'll have their binder, their like notebook, and they'll be going through the commons of like the older sets, from like the 60s and 70s, and they'll start looking through to see which ones they need to complete their sets. But like I said, a lot of this newer stuff, though, no one's really jumping after it.
I'll say this, going to the amount of shows I have in the last 5 years, and this might be a hot take, and if you guys think it's like, I don't agree with you, just say it. I've met more dickhead old owners, like guys who have been collecting forever. They're so like, there's so many, like, they're just arrogant compared to like people like us who are kind of, like, yeah, like, what do you got, man? Like, oh, that's a cool collection, Like I go to some of these shows, these guys are all just like, sitting there with their arms crossed and just watching everybody go by, and then you like check out their table or whatever, and then you ask them a question and they kind of give you like a schmarmy fucking like. There's some guys are really nice.
What frustrates me,
some are really nice, but some are just like they're just too cool for it or something. Like
is the ones where they have their cases but they don't put prices on them, so you're forced to talk to them.
Yes.
And then hear how outrageous the price is, and we're like, all right, moving on. All right, thanks.
Yes.
And it's a hot take, but also you got to think of this. Guess how many boxes of packs that they've ripped and gotten junked? Like if I sat there for even a week and opened up box after box of a losing profit, I'd probably have that same look on it and ringing my doorbell, looking to buy something. I'm like, hey, stay away from my
You're
junk.
Watching your money just go down the drain.
I mean, it's like going walking around the casino late at night. The guy scrounging for quarters. You want a smile on his face? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
I know, but that's some of the hard part about it, because to me, it's like, again, with the digital, I'll go back to, it's like yes, there's like packs you could just rip through, but and it's like, all right, I'm not getting much of a hit on this, but I think that since it's a overall more limited mint to this stuff, it's like, all right, you might have taken a loss, but you don't have zero or less than $1 for the 5 cards in your hand. I mean, it's like there's at least somewhat of a value to it, where it's, like I say, like you want to collect what you like, but you still don't want to see what you're collecting is worthless, you know? So it's like, it'd be nice to see less, I think, like printed cards out there, or to me, I want less one-of-ones, because if you got, how many one-of-ones could come out in a single year? Because it's like, you're going to make, you know, a one-of-one out of the Topps Chrome, a one-of-one out of the basic Topps card, and you're going to have all these different, so you could have how many one-of-ones coming out in 1 year, say, of LeBron James. So it's like, is it really one-of-one if there's like 10 of them that came out in just 20, 25? Like, I don't know. Sometimes it's like, let's keep those certain things special, but obviously I know it drives packs and box sales and all that, but
sure.
But it might end up being some like yeah, I mean, it could be the wax pack kind of craze in the late 90s or late 80s, early 90s, where it was just oversaturation. And I feel like that's going to happen eventually. if it's not here already. Because there's some where, I mean, I don't even get excited when Topps comes out with their first set of the year, because it's a lot of it's just base card, and you hope to get, you know, maybe a relic or something that they're peddling in there. But then it's like, okay, well, this is one of a million that's probably out there. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes it's not even good, you know, but yeah, there is. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, I agree. It's just, sometimes it's too many physical cards. Yeah.
It's like the Cooper flag craze with the, I mean, I bought a box and packs and whatnot, but it's like, you know, there's a lot already. It's like we're not even at the All-Star break, and there's, you know, how many like cards are there between the parallels and the inserts? I don't know. I don't even know which one is worth anything, because sometimes you look and you're like, oh, that thing's crazy. And you're like, all right, $25. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, it didn't look that nuts. It was an insert. I thought it'd be more than that. You know what I mean? Like some of them, but then another one could be, wait a minute, there's only, you know, you got to turn it around and look if there's a serial number on the back.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Then you hit the jackpot on that one. But it's hard to tell, like right off the look, until you research, you know. But
yeah.
I mean,
gone are certainly the days of, you know, say you want to collect Patrick Ewing's card for his career, and he has like one per year, and maybe an all-star card. Now it's like, you know, 30 per year for the same player, you know. So
I got the only like Lawrence Taylor rookie card. Like, I mean, that's it. It was only like one, and there was like a sticker. I was like, that's about it. You get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's something that I don't know. It's kind of like I would kind of like to see, in a way. I don't know if it will ever happen, where you can kind of like bulk trade in some of your physical stuff in order to get something else. You know, even if it's you know, just for, you know, for show in a way. But it's like, I'd love to like take a lot of the stuff that I don't have, you know, meaning for, and give it back, give it to somebody else, where it's like, hey, you can get a pack for this, you know, you trade in 500 of your, you know, repeat cards, and you get something for it. You know, it'd be cool just to see if they did something like that, where you could mail in and get something in return. I don't know, just to kind of
for base cards, it'd be nice. Yeah, because people are throwing away base all the time, and it's like, there's got to be something better for them for base. Even if it is, just giving it to somebody else and getting something out of it would be nice. You know,
I would like that, and just to keep it going, where it's like, oh, there's a reason why I have this stuff, and you know, at least as you go to trash cans at, you know, card shows, and you're seeing cards, you're like, what the heck? Somebody was sat there taking that photo and was like, oh, it could be his first shot from the dugout, and it's like, hey,
it was, you know what? You know what? This is
right in the trash.
My big gig finds it in the trash can. Supposed to put me on the map.
I think of the guy behind the camera once in a while.
No shit. Well, I like the one thing I really love that I collect a lot of is the Topps 70 project cards. They were big when they came out, and they're still kind of big. But one thing I like about them is it's not so much about I mean, the player is a big part of it, but you're collecting the artist, right? The artist behind who created that card, and that's giving props to I thought that was a great thing Topps did, and I don't know if they have it for other sports, or they're gonna, like, if NBA or NFL or anything is gonna join in on that. But the baseball did it, and I thought it was like a great idea, because it promoted the artists a lot, which there were some good ones.
I loved it. I had actually Josh Trout. He's a artist for Topps, and he was on an episode. So we talked a little bit about that from his end, and, you know, just how much I love to hear of. He was talking about like how much they really were asking and putting on the artist themselves to kind of get a feel for what they want to do, for, you know, what kind of look they wanted the cards to have. So I like that, because it kind of gave the artist a little freedom to kind of say, okay, I want to introduce something, you know, through my eye. You know, it brings me back to those, you know, original were they Diamond King, the original old Donovan?
Diamond King. I love those ones. Yeah.
They were they were like my favorite. Like, you getting that in a pack. I mean, most of it was junk packs, but you got that one. It was like, it could be worth $1, but I was like, this thing's great. Like, I love a Mark McGuire I could remember in my head exactly. Like, it's just like so cool to see, you know, just like the painting of it. But I would love if they bring it back. I mean, you got some of the stuff like, you know, Panini's doing the downtown cards. I mean, you kind of got a feel for it, but I know it's not, you know, it's not it's cool, but it is more. I like more of just the standard, like a painting, like from the artist's perspective. Because sometimes if it's got goofy stuff behind them, it's like, all right,
Takes
we
away
got
from it a little bit.
Jalen Brunson, then we got King Kong behind them. Like, all right, like
Yeah. There was a couple weird ones. I know they had for the Top 70 project. There was this guy that did everybody. He gave him like lizard faces, and I thought that was fucked up. But that was just the artist's style, and he did it with everybody. Like the Willie Mays had this
All right.
Venus flytrap face. I'm like,
my
it's
gosh.
ugly as shit, but all right, cool, man. But
Listen, I don't know Willie would have collected it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't think so. But some of them are just awesome. I mean, Deion Sanders had a card that
The
was
Randy Johnson one that I showed you, man. You saw the duck hunt one?
yeah.
So it was where he pelted that bird. Remember when he
Yeah.
hit the bird in spring training? They made a card of that. Like he was on it was like a Nintendo game for duck hunt, and they
Yeah.
basically had them all pixelated and the bird all like getting crushed. It was beautiful.
Yeah, like I think they did like a limited like Field of Dreams a couple cards sometimes too. Like I like Stanlot. I think they kind of did like some of those like short runs on things. I mean, I like seeing that stuff too because
They did this new one. I don't know how long they've done it, but it's like the Bob Ross collection. So they gave everybody a Bob Ross fro, and they put him in like a Bob Ross painting. I'm like, what? Like it shows. I got a Mookie Betts one. I love collecting Mookie Betts, and I had this one where he's doing his Mookie like side dance, and he has this giant afro, and there's like a paintbrush in one hand, and then there's like a Bob Ross painting behind him. I said that's ugly as shit, but I'll grab it. Whatever.
And who put them out? They were legit like prints.
Tops. Yeah. I think they've done it for like 2 years now.
Okay.
Yes, some of them you'll get guys that will like be holding the paintbrush, but it's mostly they're in a Bob Ross painting. But some guys they give the afro to, which obviously it's stupid, but they call it the Bob Ross collection, and it's like okay, but they're funny looking.
It's great. I mean, it's just like anything. Like how many times when you were a kid you wanted the Wheaties box just because who was on it?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like the Wheaties things was a big collectible. I think for a while. They still have some good value to it. I mean, I don't know. Some people kept it with the cereal. I kept just some folded down boxes I still got, but it's hard. It's hard to know if there's cereal inside. I don't know. I'm worried about where I'm storing this stuff.
You got fastball flakes still, don't you, Steve?
I do have 2 boxes of the fastball flakes. One's in my dresser and the other one's on display in my basement.
It has Justin
Verlander
the
cereal in there. But an even older one is because I collect Christmas stuff. Is I have a box of Holiday Lucky Charms from 1992, and it still has the cereal inside. So
I'll pay you to eat some of that.
Oh, gee.
Hey, there we go. We got to do that one on a live episode.
Yes. Oh my god!
Nice bowl of cereal, just like
What those marshmallows taste like at this point? 34 years later.
Damn.
I'm a big collector of Christmas stuff too, but anything I bought had to move or sing. I was like, this thing's got to do something. I don't know. I'm not like.
I saw on your show
electronic ones and stuff, but
you got those nutcrackers, right?
Oh yeah, yes. That was I stumbled upon that one. That was just that was a little special. These 2 things were in the clearance section. I said I can't let this go. So I don't know the whole story, but I'm there basically. I know how to get them home. These things were like 8 feet tall, and I said I got 2 of them. So there I am. I got my Lexus convertible. I put the roof down. I throw one in. I leave the other one at the store, and I'm like, I'll be right back. Not alone. It's a 20-minute drive for me to get home down in New Jersey. So I'm at the light. I got this thing sticking out. I got cars on the side of me just laughing. I'm like, whatever. I got to get this thing home. I wasn't even like smiling because I was like, the store's going to close. I got to get the other one. And it's heavy as hell. So I'm dragging it out. I got to get it in. Then I go.
Oh my God.
I got to pick up the other one. It was like a frantic rush for me to get these things. But now that they're in the house, every Christmas, I put them out there. I don't even put them outside because they're too nice. I'm like, I'm putting them next to the tree. So they just stand there.
Oh, yeah.
Soldiers.
I was going to say.
You go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, you almost see,
they're standing guard.
Moment, they're just looking at you.
And your kids are going to remember it. They're going to be like, remember Dad, those fucking nutcrackers? Like, you got to keep that,
Hire them as security for the Hannes Wagner card,
Yeah.
Put those babies out.
Yeah, those guys, that's it. Winston and Churchill. That's their names, these two guys.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's so cool. That's so cool. Thanks, Paulie. I appreciate you being on. Everybody be sure to catch his podcast, What Do You Collect? When do you release that normally? What are your release dates usually? Is it weekly?
Yeah, it's bi-weekly on
Bi-weekly.
Tuesdays.
Bi-weekly on
bi-weekly
Tuesdays.
on Tuesdays. So, yep, we got just take a look at whatdoyoucollectpodcast.com. That's the quick way to go to all the links and everything that you need. Most of the show, obviously, it's all on YouTube. But every other Tuesday, you could tune in, get a new episode, and any comments and any what you want to see in the future, shoot it my way. Let me know, and we'll always try to get out there what people are looking for.
Thanks, Paulie. Appreciate you having you on, man. And yeah, can't wait to have you. Got to come back. That was fun.
Yeah, you're a lot of fun, man.
Thank you.
All right,
a pleasure to be here.
Thanks, man.
Thanks so much.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All righty.
With that, shall we get the candles out and celebrate a birthday?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, looking online, one of my favorite cards of this guy would probably be his 2010 Topps, number 212. I've said it the past couple of weeks, Mike, how January is the most depressing month of the year. Well, you can't find many Hall of Famers at this point, and we didn't find another baseball Hall of Famer. We did find another Venezuelan Hall of Famer, though.
Yeah.
And it's a happy birthday to White Sox and Tigers great and Venezuelan Hall of Famer Maglio Ordonez, born on January the 28th of 1974. Career averages for Mags. I mean, you look at this, I'd put him in the Hall of Fame right now, right? 309 career average, 2,156 hits, 294 home runs, 1,236 runs batted in. I mean, he's right up there with Andrew Jones. Why don't we put this guy in the Hall of Fame, right? Not quite in the home runs, but the average is up there. The very similar runs batted in, very similar in hits, right? I mean, if we're going to, dilute the Hall of Fame, let's put Maglio in there now too, huh?
Do it. Well, fuck it.
Yeah,
he had a good moment or two.
Well, he had a good moment or two. Remember, Tigers really ate it up with that hair. I think they had a Maglio Ordonez giveaway where it was like his hat, and then his hair coming off of it.
Dude,
you
great
act
hair.
like you're Maglio.
Yeah.
But like I said, spent his career between two teams, the White Sox and then the Tigers. Obviously, had that great walk-off home run to send the Tigers to the World Series 2006. He was a 6-time All-Star. 3-time Silver Slugger Award winner and an AL batting champion in 2007. He was elected to the Venezuelan Hall of Fame in 2025 via the Contemporary Committee. A little trivia on Mags. During the 2007 season, his .363 batting average was the highest in Major League Baseball. He finished the season as the AL batting champion, was the first Detroit Tiger player to accomplish this feat since Norm Cash in 1961, and the last Tiger to hit for a higher average was Charlie Gehringer in 1937 when he hit .371. Yeah.
Love Mags.
Yeah,
Love
I
Mags.
do too. Had a great stretch there. It sucked the way that he went out. I remember he shattered his ankle sliding into home, I think in 2010. And was out for the rest of the season. And then the Tigers didn't pick up his option for the next year. And he announced his retirement. I think he had like a ceremony that spring or something. Announced his retirement and had a nice little send up by the Tigers. But yeah, I mean, just a really, really good hitter for a good stretch of time there. So
yeah, I mean, he gave everything to Detroit. I mean, the classic home run in 06. I mean, just one of the best great professional. Another really good White Sox player.
Yep, really solid White Sox player. So happy birthday to Mags.
Happy birthday, you son of a bitch.
There we go.
I'm going to say that all the time. It's
Every time. Do a compilation of it too.
Yeah.
It'd be fantastic.
Well, that's a fucking show.
Good show, man. Very good show.
Yeah, we got some stuff coming underway. A couple good interviews coming up. And what, next week we move over to second base for then and now?
Second base.
For the 90s?
Yeah, should be fun.
I'm sure
92nd baseman, huh?
It's hard when I was looking at second baseman. There's a lot of good ones that came from the 80s that bled into the 90s.
Bled in. Yep, I agree.
Your Ryan Sandbergs, even your Jeff Kents. I mean, some of those guys. Maybe they'll be on our list.
Well, stay tuned. Find out.
That'd be worse than the fucking. What do we do? Was it the 50s or was it the 70s?
The 50s.
70s shortstops were scarce.
50s, I think anyone in the infield was like, I think that where we threw Phil Rizzuto in there because it was pretty bad.
Yeah. There were some bad ones. It was hard with certain positions. We're like, we're just I think at one point you were choosing guys because they had cool names. You're just like,
Yeah.
never.
Yep. That's you got to do what you got to do, right?
Everybody, thank you so much for listening. Be a bud, tell a bud. Look out for other stuff that we're going to be doing. Love the commentary during the game. That is wow.
That'd be a lot of fun, right?
Fucking great, dude. But guys, thanks so much for listening. Have a great week, and we will catch you guys all next week.
Deuces.